Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. I'm Matt. Welcome to Vienna, a 2v2 map on the Eastern Front. Let's go through the players. Representing the Soviet Union, we have Mudo, and also Professor, without having picked our commanders yet. Representing the Axis, we have Kettenkat Driver as Ostdivision for the Wehrmacht, and Rachel as also the Wehrmacht without a commander choice yet. We're gonna have a lot of Eastern Europeans probably be coming in to help fight against the Soviets as they push into Vienna or some other Eastern European city. Looks like we have Muru going for a lot of sappers early. Fascinating choice. Also, we can see Muru has gone for artillery division. Fascinating choice. That's gonna be very interesting to see how that changes the engagement. Anyway, Vienna is a very interesting 2v2 map. I really like the looks of it personally. Oh, Volksgrid is not capturing the point. I should probably click on that point. Wasted time. And while the Germans are securing the northern flank here with Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers moving through the streets. 4 sappers! That's a lot of sappers. What did they get if you're playing as artillery? Piats. I am not sure Piats are the best choice for urban environments, but I may not be an expert. Oh, Vienna? Yeah, Vienna is a very good map. Like, Vienna looks great. Like, whoever designed this map did an amazing job. Oh, conscripts gonna move into the old palace here. Go for the pioneers will be able to stop all these conscripts. They might. They got a good angle there, but oh, they lost the guy. Molotov going out from the Soviets. Oh, they cancelled though. Yeah, Pioneers lost that engagement. Oh, Grenadiers are moving into the palace though now. Pioneers got shot.
We have lost a squad.
Conscripts are securing. Both Grenadiers coming in from the flank. Laying out the palace hall. And looks like the Soviets lost the palace. Germans keep a hold on it. Now the Opera Hall. Looks like the Soviet sappers are gonna rush for the Opera Hall here. Germans have not made a move towards it yet. More Osttruppen coming onto the field. This could also be in Hungary somewhere because of all the Osttruppen. Who the hell knows? Oh, and we have a commander choice. Professor has gone for shock, and he's getting the shock stroke here. Okay. And we have Straf. Straf and Ost. That is a very fascinating choice. Looks like the Soviets are gonna barbed wire up the Opera Hall. An eye entrance to it for the Germans. Both Grenadiers and Grenadiers moving up though. They'll soon have their first shots on the Soviets. But the palace remains firmly in German hands. Raids going out from either side. Oh, PPSH is being loaded on these Volksgrenadiers. Unique upgrade you can get to them if you're playing as Ostdivision. Can really improve their close combat effectiveness, as you can see. Oh, looks like the Volksgrenadiers managed to suppress somehow. Good for them. Getting MP40s to help in the urban environment. Sappers getting around. A lot of sappers. Laying more barbed wire at the Opera Hall. Denying more territory to the Germans. Maximum coming up here for the Soviet Union. If you're playing as a team, you can actually give them 3 extra men for 45 munitions. Surprisingly handy. Pioneers have managed to get inside the Opera Hall. Getting a flamethrower, and they're cutting some of the wire. Grenade going in. The Baldadon going out. The Gabal only has a lot more force than a normal grenade there. Oh, that's a bad retreat route. Those Osttruppen might get some good shots here. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Flammenwerfer on the Pioneers will help in this urban environment. Meanwhile, we have Pioneers fighting in the streets here against the shock troopers. Staff troops coming in as well. Oh, Flammenwerfer's gonna try and flank. Very smart move. But officer infiltrated behind. Maxim turning around. Oh, or just a crew. Not sure he'll get out of there though. Yeah. Stabber's got him. Shock troopers are not going to be able to hold that line for long, I think. Under a lot of pressure from all these grenadiers. And both grenadiers on the flank here with MP40s. Now, because he's playing a staff, he can actually give his grenadiers MT-34s 100 rounds, which is a pretty potent upgrade in my opinion. But instead he went for the MT-42. That's their decision. But I would always suggest getting the MT-34 100 rounds personally. Like, I think it's just... It's the same cost. And it's 50 more rounds to work with. So it's not that big of a difference in my opinion. Staff tools are available. But they're going out there. That might be a dead grenadier. Not gonna change focus to the staff truppen. Meanwhile, the Osttruppen and the Germans still digging in. ND42 coming up. Officer arriving for the Osttruppen. Have been equipped with the MP38. Yeah, MP38. Grenadiers are probably going to win that engagement at long range. Thanks to their rifles. And another MT42 being equipped on them. Forward emplacement being prepared here by the Soviets, because they're gonna lead the fight from there. While they have been laying mines or something around here? Yeah, they've been laying mines inside the Opera Hall, okay. So they're booby trap in the building. Artillery calling in a Maxim. Forced to pull further back. Mostly is entering, but there's mines. And Lieutenant being mowed down there by the Maxim. And will he get out of there? Looks like he will. He'll Maxim here for the shock troopers. Getting down these grenadiers. Lieutenant also arriving for the Straftroopen. This is going to be a fascinating one. T-70 arriving for the Soviet Union. Small 80 gun arriving as well for the artillery division. Like, if he intends to use it like a forward place, I would always suggest getting the 3 extra men. It adds a lot of survivability. And extra rifles. Always handy. E70 now present. Shock troopers behind here. Fragmentation shot missed. Maxim pushing up 2 doors. Grenadiers have to get out of there. Pioneers are trying to flank. Maxim can move around very quickly though. E70 is moving to intercept.
Soviet artillery is reloaded and awaiting a target.
Oh, Bulgarians called in. Okay. So we have Bulgarian. The Bulgarian army is now present to fight alongside the Soviets. Very fascinating. Storm Pioneers here. Not a unique unit able to stuff. Armed with PPSHs. This is definitely an Eastern Front battle then. But yeah, Hungarians. Very cool to see them being utilized. Unique battle group you can get to use to call in if you're playing as artillery. Yeah, just Bulgarian forces. Okay. Bulgarians were in this very awkward position where they originally fought alongside the Germans. But then their government switched sides during the late stages of the war. By the time period the Spearhead takes place, they're essentially fighting for the Soviets. That's a very interesting little thing. Soviets are pushing up very aggressively here. Shrapnel shot loaded. Missed. Both grenadiers pushing up here, but they don't have any AT weapons. Good grenade though. Artillery called in. Now, because he's playing as Ostdivision, he can actually get to use the Romanians and the Hungarians, which is a nice little thing. I'm not sure what the Straf Battalion gets though. Oh, I think they get Sicherungstruppen. No, that might be someone else. I don't remember. Hey guys, we have the Bulgarians pushing up through the street in front of the Opera House here. Being equipped with the MG34. A weapon probably either looted from the Germans or were handed out to them when they were still fighting alongside them. So a very awkward situation for those Bulgarians and the Germans, I imagine. Or just in general, the Eastern Europeans, a lot they're fighting alongside. Panzerfaust on the Volksgrenadiers though. T-70 down. Bulgarians are assaulting. Heading towards the MG42. Grenade going out though. It's the German grenades actually. But the Bulgarians are being mowed down. They have to pull out. They clear out the MG42 though. But I think the Germans can just reman that quick. That Sappers got mowed down there. More and more weapons are coming out for the Soviet Union to utilize. More shock troopers arriving. Also being equipped with double DPM. Because that double DPM is very popular. I would personally, if I play them, I would probably give them 1 DPM and then PPSHs. Because that way they would actually be good at most ranges, I imagine. Like if the enemy tries to get close to you, you just mow them down. Oh, we have some weapons airdropped in for the Germans to use. Back 40 and MG34, I think. Yep. Oh, since being used as an artillery gun right here.
What do you need?
Good to see. Panzer 4H coming out for the Ostdivision. Strafdivision is not set before it can yet. They still hold the palace. Straftroopen have just been ordered to stay inside by the looks of it. Leutnant coming inside the palace as well. Shock troopers are moving through the park. Rushing very far up here. Encountering the Ostleutnant as well as some grenadiers here with an LMG-42. Actually double grenadiers. Also an MG-34 back here. Oh, shock troopers are being mowed down. Actual shock troopers here equipped with full PPSH. That's gonna make them exceptionally lethal in close quarters combat. Oh, good satchel there from the Straftroopen. Or to leave the palace and then satchel the Soviet position. Not sure what this truck is doing. Oh, throwing a grenade out the door! Very cheeky.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
He's gonna get shut up at this point. More Bulgarians in this flank. Panzer 4H and a Stuk G in the field here. T-34 coming out for the Soviet Union. T-34 Beutepanzer coming out for the Strafdivision. Makes a lot of sense considering how we're fighting. Looks like it's a T-34 from both Soviet players at around the same time. A good timing. This 3 being used as an artillery piece. Selling the Ostdivision's positions. Shock troops have quite a fight here for them. Knew it. When he is using their... Oh, they've been armed with Gewehr 43s. Pretty good choice generally. Looks like the Germans gonna push down here. There's a small AT gun though holding this little avenue. Not having a lot of luck though. Bulgarians pulled down here too. They do have AT grenades. Being equipped with the CK. Looks like it's a Czech machine gun. Okay. Oh, that's a Stuk they can utilize. Where's the Soviets and the Bulgarian armies? We're probably going to be thankful for that Stuk. But Germans might deny it. The Bulgarians gonna grab it? Yeah, that's a Bulgarian Stuk now. He just needs to get prepared. But the Bulgarians have a Stuk now. And well, this T-34 is fighting against the German T-34. Beide Panzer versus normal T-34. T-34 is not really designed to fight each other, as you can see. And neither side is having a lot of luck penetrating each other. Truck coming out to repair the Stuk. The Bulgarian Stuk. Shock troops instead of an encampment. Getting a shock major. And while the Germans are moving into the Opera House, but there's more mines. And Bulgarians are going to move to intercept. Bulgarians are entering the Opera Hall. Wait from the Volksgrenadiers. But looks like the Stuk might be saved here. Oh, good shot there for the Vansvoid, actually. I wonder if we'll see another Bulgarian battle group called in. Because at this point we might. T-34 there needs repairs. Sturm Grenadiers coming in for the Ostdivision. Another unique unit. Bulgarians are moving through the Opera Hall. Are they gonna run into that MG42? And so far the fight seems to be very interesting and very tight at the moment. Troops have an engagement with the Straftuppen. I think Straftuppen are only holding on because they are behind heavy cover at long range. And also because they have a second squad coming up here with a DPM. They're being suppressed by the PPSHs. They've actually been pinned. Oh, shock major down by the Panzer. Stuk is now operational for the Soviet Union. T-34 still is repairs. Heavy mortar arriving for the Soviet Union, 120mm. This is an exceptionally potent mortar that can chill an enemy into oblivion. Basically firing howitzer-sized shells. Stuk G arriving here for the Germans. Smoke grenade going out there. Oh, that's a normal ref grenade. T-34 down. Stuk is slowly moving up the streets now for the Bulgarians. And more CIS guns arriving for the Soviets as well. Penal battle group called in. 9-man squad that's used for suicide missions. Group with flamethrowers also being given MP40s. Badeladno. Didn't kill any of the Bulgarians actually. Stuk is moving up to try and hold the center here. Dushka is in a bad position. Oh, good shot there from the pack. Hitting the Bulgarian Stuk. T-34 is taking losses. Or taking hits anyway. Here's the Sturm Grenadiers, the other unique unit available to us, as I talked about. Have already been equipped with PPSHs. Makes them exceptionally potent in close range combat. A Ghost Division is just a very good thematic choice if you're playing an Eastern Front battle. They get a lot of nice mix of Russian and German equipment and units that fought on the Eastern Front. Some of them anyway. Grenade going out. Ikabaladno. Forcing the Bulgarians a little bit out. You could probably also get them a flamethrower if they have 43s on top of that. Germans are moving up here, threatening the Soviet position. Yeah, good high explosive there, because the Beute Panzer is used entirely for explosive weapons. Just gonna make it very potent. AT grenade going out. Dodged. The Soviets are taking very heavy losses at the moment. The other front line might not be holding for much longer at this rate either. And well, the Soviets are still holding on down here alongside their Bulgarian auxiliaries. Staff troop are moving through the ruins still. And shock troopers are ready though with their EBS-80s. I don't think the staff troops are going to be ready for that. But they know they're there though. I don't think they do. So whoever makes the first move around the corner will die. Heavy mortar still shelling. There's also shock troopers up there. Ooh, laying a mine, very smart. So they're throwing a grenade in there. That's a grenade though. That was a satchel charge actually, killing that shock trooper squad. You know, the Bulgarians tried to make another push down here. I'll be working that well out because of this MT-42. Lieutenant is also moving southwards. Concrete bunker going up here for the Germans. 25th Panzer Grenadiers called in. Another unique unit available to Ostdivision. Very good Panzer Grenadiers. Some of the best Panzer Grenadiers, I'd say, actually. They'll be equipped with LMG-42s and Sturmgewehr. It's a really potent combination for a Panzer Grenadier unit. Soviet Air Force coming in. Bomb only immobilized the T-34. Heavy mortar arriving for Staff Division. Essentially, it's the exact same mortar the Russians are using. The Germans essentially just copied it. They had a tendency to do that on the Eastern Front a lot. So it's a push through down here. There's still a Panzer IV though to intercept the T-34. Artillery called in here. The Soviets need to evacuate that position. That's flame artillery. Oh, burning them to pieces. T-34 on the southern flank is still in big trouble. Panzer Grenadiers slowly pushing up, supporting the tank alongside some Eastern Europeans.
Our infantry can now rush into the enemy line.
Bulgarians have been cut down. Oh, good shot, almost destroying it. Good shot from Mthis. But the German Panzer Grenadiers are still pushing up. Staff troop might get around. When they got close enough to use the flamethrower. But the Panzer Grenadiers don't care! And the Panzer Grenadiers just did not give a shit. Germans have been laying mines. Oh, they laid a flare mine, okay. Don't think the Storm Pioneers want to take that fight. That's a lot of shock troopers. And they got mowed down. They did kill a few of them though. Roombar coming out. Heavy mortar still stealing this position. German heavy mortar style presence. Firing it back. Bulgarian Stuk is still alive. I'm happy to see that. More Bulgarians called in. We have a lot of Bulgarians in this battlefield, evidently. Equipped with the Bulgarian submachine gun, well, the Czechoslovakian submachine gun. Looks like some supplies being airdropped into the Opera Hall. Okay. Osthopen are being autolaid some mines. Good to see. Really what you want to do with them. Or just with German infantry in general. Always use mines if you can. T-34 arriving for the Soviet Union. This will definitely deal through most of the German tanks at the moment. Oh, bad positioning. It's gonna be hard to get to. Oh, he can get it. Okay, never mind. Shock troopers coming up with the T-45. Stuk almost down, that's one shot. Oh, good shot there in return from the pack. Or from the Stuk. And a T-34. That boiler panzer's done a good job. Now it's also set up here by the Ostdivision. Stupa on the field here. The Brumba, or Stupa as the Germans would have called it. They would actually not have called it the Brumba, I believe. Or Brumba, or however you pronounce that word. Yeah, well, the staff troops are just taking in. Oh, also the Soviets set up a howitzer here, the 122mm. Bulgarian Stuk is set up here to cover this flank. More Bulgarian infantry are waiting. Stupa's gonna lead the charge, good to see. They took out the Soviet heavy mortar. 85 missed. Good shot. Killing a shock trooper. Bulgarians having engagement down here. Penal supporting from the flank. Oh, both squads killing each other with grenades. Bulgarians only have one weapon slot, I think, so you can only give them one upgrade. That 85 is literally just sitting there now. And the Stupa will just slowly kill it, I think. Laptops is taking up more positions. More shock troopers are present, but the grenadiers are covering the flanks. And also the staff troops on this angle. Good crossfire. T-45 down.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
Tactical charge went out, but it might be too late. Yeah, that's definitely too late.
No challenge.
Soviet howitzers firing. Second Soviet howitzer going up. Another T-45 coming up for the Soviet shock army. They need it. They've taken heavy losses. The Bulgarians still holding up down here. That's going to make this a very hard approach for the Germans. No battle groups from either of the other players. Jock Cam is about to go down here. Stupa's gonna get a very good shot here, I think. Oh, did not kill that many. Artillery called in. Looks like it's gonna be more incendiary barrage. And T-54 Boiler Panzers holding that flank. Those Soviets are in trouble.
Vehicle crew has been promoted.
Mortar crew ready.
Lots of artillery fights going on here today.
What do you need?
Open Blitz driving around. Not sure what that plan with that one is. Well, the Germans are getting more and more territory here. Here's the second 85. Punch just being prepared behind us. And some more shock troopers.
We have a DP-28. Give us a target. Yes, comrade.
Well, the Soviet house is having an artillery fight with the German one. There's more Bulgarians make their way through the streets. Looks like the Soviets won the artillery fight for now.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward
And
buildings.
it's definitely not looking the best here for the Germans with all this artillery. But they have pushed very far up. The Serb position is in danger if they don't do anything. I do like that Muro is relying a lot on the Bulgarians. I always appreciate seeing the battle groups used. Yeah, Grenadiers have to pull back there from that 85 and those conscripts. Grenadiers preparing for a flank here, I think. German airstrike coming in, I think, according to what they said. And that's a Stuka. Easily dodged. Who's the Kettenkrad driver? Oh, that's the Ostdivision. 85 pushing up here. Loading a high explosive shot on those grenadiers. Hit the building. Super firing. Overshot. Good job on the Stuk though. Stupa is down. But T-54 paid for it. Another 85 coming up for the Soviet Union. And also now a house for the Straf Division, because both Ost and Straf can get howitzers. This is going to turn into an artillery fight in the streets. But I'm pretty sure artillery also gets a heavier howitzer than just that one. So this might turn into something very, very different at some point. Oh, and there goes the Bulgarian Stuk. Oh, there ends that tail.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
A shame. I enjoyed Bulgarian Stuk. For as long as it lasted.
We need orders.
Let's see. Mthis coming up for the shock army. They definitely need it, I think. Boy, the Panzer's back to just using high explosives. And so many buildings are going down here.
We now have access to additional battlefield options.
Absolutely nuts. So many artillery shells. But I think the tactic with the truck here is helping a lot. That's a B4. I did say heavier howitzers. That's what I'm talking about. And the B4 will definitely do that. The B4 is an exceptionally powerful artillery piece. Buying a 203mm shell, I think. Yeah, 203mm. That's a pretty damn big shell. You do need line of sight to fire it, though, I believe. You can't just blind fire it anymore, like you used to back in the day. And the detail on this map is just intense. Probably also why it's lacking. Good shot there from the T-45. Finally destroying the Panzer. And the B4 is now operational. It just needs a target. And they also need the munitions, because it is not easy to keep up with the artillery fire they're doing. I suppose that's why they're airdropping in munitions constantly.
What do you need?
How many Bulgarians have fought for the Soviet Union and died today is the question. Stuk and Feldkanone here already. This free being used as an artillery piece. Other howitzer coming up here for the shock army. They also get access to one. The 152mm. High explosive going out. Did not hit much. B4. Ooh, that's an interesting spot for the B4. Probably aimed around here, but it's just very inaccurate. We'll see where the next 2 shots hit. As the B4 fires to 3 shots. And it's firing. That goes. Because if that hits around here, that's they're gonna be devastating. Oh! Well, shit! That must hurt. Like, the B4 is no joke. Exceptionally powerful weapon. I actually believe it was nicknamed Stalin's Sledgehammer. For a good reason. Where's the 3rd shot gonna hit? Ah, overshot. And looks like did the Soviets cancel the other house? No, it's back here. Looks like it's being ordered to be in counter barrage. Oh god. And this is insane. So many howitzer shells. I think the Soviets are gonna win the artillery fight at this rate. Like, it's a brave attempt, but you need to just push the Soviets. You don't want the Soviets to be allowed to build up this artillery power they have. Troopers try to push up here. But it is an 85. And they're still holding the flank. Seegungstruppen coming in. Okay, so it is strapped against the Seegungstruppen. Okay, that's their battle group. Basically realigned German defense units that are meant to secure the back lines. So seeing them at the front line is not the best sign, I'd wager. And these houses are still just firing each other. Oh, one Soviet house did lose there. So it's actually taking heavy losses right there. I'm not sure who's gonna win an artillery fight at this rate. Ooh, good shot there from the Stupa, dazing the D-34, but it gets dazed in return by howitzer shell. We have the Panzer Grenadiers having a firefight with the shock troopers. Looks like they're winning out very handily at that. Assault artillery going in here, I think. Looks like the Germans managed to assemble enough artillery to make a push down there. Elephant coming in, the Ferdinand. Yeah, artillery's lack of armor is starting to show. Oh, no penetration. That's a very brave Panzer IV-H. Yeah, the Panzer IV-H and Stupa is preparing to flank north. 85 went down. That's a good sign for the Germans. This is not looking too good for the Soviets, in my opinion. They do have the better AT grenades. That Panzer IV might be in trouble. The Professor notices he does. Oh, very good grenades on both. And then immobilizing his own tank. So many artillery shells, though. Check a machine gun being equipped on the Seegungstruppen. Looks like they're advancing forwards. Looks like the Panzer IV will survive there, but it needs repairs. And SEGA can only repair vehicles, I'm pretty sure.
Attacking one of our forward buildings. A squad of pioneers has arrived.
Even 476 on the fields. SEGA don't have any AT weapons though, so that's a bad thing for them. Looks like they're throwing a Gebaltelatung to try and immobilize it though. And that worked. Good to see. More shock troopers present. I'm not sure what his plan is. Oh, boom.
The enemy has killed another
Yeah, it's not looking good for the Soviet Union here. Losing the Bulgarians to equip all the artillery guns whenever they can. E4 was firing at something. It looks like the Germans are actually winning the artillery fight. They are just having more howitzers and coordinating them. It looks like that's winning out for them, at least for now. Here's the Ferdinand. Basically a giant tank destroyer. D54 needs to be cautious. There's only the Stuber here to stop it though.
Elo troops are standing by.
Good super shot. Or the German position taken out though. And so many artillery shells. Nailfan getting a flanking shot in the T-34 now.
Another vehicle has
I'm not seeing how the Soviets are gonna get out of this one unless they do something very drastic. That said, the Soviets can generally bounce back a lot easier than most other factions can. Simply because they have their resources. But Germans have done a good job just winning the artillery fight for now, or at least contesting it pretty well. It's limiting the Soviet artillery to mostly be in counter barrage duty. And again, so is their own. So many shells. So there are still some bombs inside the palace. Oh, no, the Soviets are winning the artillery fight now. It shifts so quickly. Now here's the thing you can actually do with your Aufklar if you're using howitzers. You can do coordinated artillery barrages with them, which is pretty handy.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
It's not an ability a lot of people use though, but it's pretty good. The Aufklar just keeps sneaking around. He's not been detected yet. Over Blitz went down, I think. Another Beutepanzer for the Germans. Aufklar still have been detected. But the artillery shells keep landing. Territory being secured by the Aufklar. The Soviets should now know there is an Aufklar about. There's just a lack of German troops here to counter it. The shock troopers are immediately just strolling through the park here with barely anything to stop them. That's not a good sign. The Germans need more infantry on the fields. Or it's probably all just been pummeled to death by the Soviet artillery. Teammate going out. Did not do anything. And Beutepanzer pushing up here. Filling assist crew.
for combat.
Bulgarians are going to be able to take that point out. The off class still have been detected.
Losing a sector.
But there's a Ferdinand now. That's definitely going to give the T-34s an issue. Oh, B4. Okay. I think the B4 was trying to get a shot on the elephant. Some kind of strike coming in here.
We have a forward structure.
It looks like it's the Red Air Force, but it's being dodged easily. Oh, good B4 shot right there. Almost destroyed the elephant. And T-34 is going in for the kill.
The enemy is attacking.
That's one down. He needs to keep backing off. Oh my god, the B4 dazed the other T-34. Yeah, it's very hard to pierce the frontal armor of an elephant. But I think it's repairs now, and I suppose that pillbox is probably going to be a repair bunker, if you can pick that. Probably not. But it looks like the Soviets haven't even won the artillery fight for now. So the Germans are going to be in a very hard spot still. And more supplies are just being airdropped in for the Soviets to utilize. Machine gun bunker being set up there.
Bunker has been improved with an MG-42.
This is becoming a first aid bunker? Okay. Oh, it's because it's a commander bunker.
You need an elephant?
It's not a pillbox like I said it was.
Elephant here.
Hauptmann is fighting in the center here and doing a pretty good job. Actually, that might not be a Hauptmann, that might be a Major. That's a Major, okay.
The bunker is now a field.
The shells just keep landing everywhere. It's like an opera. Like an opera of artillery shells. Definitely quite a fight. I've not seen an artillery fight like this in my replays for a very long time. It's not as exciting, I think, for some people. People much more prefer frontal action continuously, and I get that. And just so much devastation is happening in this city again. Boom, good mine. There's probably a mine up there. And you always want to lay mines if you're Germans. It can really help you. It's a lot of survivability. Or sustainability, rather. Also S-mines strewn about all over the place. T-34s, Boider Panzer moving about, second Boider Panzer being prepared. Bulgarians and penal troops are not doing that well there. Also some Storm Pioneers are present with PPSHs. We should have from the SIS. Looks like those contracts are pulling back. Soviet house is still fully manned. So the Soviets set up a new forward HK headquarters down here. Makes a lot of sense. T-34-76 immobilized. Another 85 is on the field. And the heaviest thing the Germans have at the moment is the elephant. So that thing has to be very careful. '85 will definitely be a problem. And that boombar might be in trouble. Yeah, it can't turn, it's basically dead. But the elephant is turning to try and help it. If the 85 just penetrates once, it's dead. Oh, no dice so far, and then the elephant gets the D-54 shot.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
Yeah, the Brumba has a lot of frontal armor. It's not easy to penetrate. Sigungstum coming out here. Getting an MG42 with 100 rounds. Pretty good upgrade for defensive infantry. It's gonna be very hard for the Soviets to deal with that elephant, I think. Oh, B4s are fighting in the area too. Another Beutepanzer. Oh yeah, what is the Soviets gonna do here? And that's a dead Brumba, yeah. Or a B4 shot.
We have lost a Panzer.
Dushka down. So it's just losing so much here. Then again, when aren't Soviets losing a lot of units? That's a pretty Soviet thing to do. The Germans are technically pushing back the Soviets a little bit at the moment. The Germans have suffered so severe casualties. And the Soviets are just getting more and more men on the field. Which is what they're kind of good at doing. A very Soviet thing.
The tank gun is ready for action.
Major's pushing up. Pretty dangerous move. Pulling high explosive in this area. Well, that's a pretty big howitzer shells. Oh, actually clearing out another howitzer crew.
Ultimate sacrifice.
But more troops will just be ready to recrew in again.
Field gun standing by. Standing by. What do you need?
This has been a very exhausting battle, hasn't it?
Pioneer squad.
Oh, lots of telemines on this flank. Good to see.
It's ready to use.
That'll prevent the Soviet flanking force there, definitely, for a while. Let me just get something to drink here.
Standing by.
My throat is actually getting quite parched. That's what happens when you record like 3 of these a day. In a row, with no break. You really feel that on your throat, mostly because I've been away on a holiday for a while. So I haven't had to do it for a while, so I can definitely feel I'm a little out of practice in my throat. If I took another good shot there from the Stuk. Oh, good shot from the howitzer though, killing it.
The enemy has killed another.
And the elephant is still roaming around. More pillboxes being established. Also, we're gonna get an observation bunker there, okay. Ooh, direct shot on it, but it's a concrete bunker, so it'll survive. Another pillbox secured.
The bunker is now a command center. Reinforcements
Had to
are
receive
available.
reports of nearby enemy troops, okay. Oh, and the Bulgarians were trying to push forward here. Another pillbox is holding them at bay though. And so much chaos going on here.
Bunker can now accommodate an MG-42.
85's turning its gun. Oh, no penetration. Ouch. Poor pioneers. Second B4. Oh, God. Are the Soviets gonna level the city? Well, knowing the Soviet Union, probably. Seems like a very Soviet thing they could do, in all honesty. They definitely use the assist guns very effectively as artillery. Oh, the Germans are stealing the munitions. Very cheeky. Blink over. Oh my god, that's so genius. They just stole a lot of the munitions. Very genius move from those Panzer Grenadiers. Too bad there was too many troops to stop. But they did a good job holding them at bay for a while. Thanks to the Blendkorb and the Sturmgewehr. And he's gonna call in 15 centimeter high explosive into the opera hall. Or what's left of it. We can barely see it's been an opera hall. Man, this place has just been so ruined. Yeah, that's the problem with artillery fights. It's very hard for either side to make a push. Yeah, one side has to push at some point to make a breakthrough. That's the problem. Ooh! Ah! Germans now taking advantage, or at least one of the Germans taking advantage of the Kampfkraft Center due to the lull in the fighting. So now all the Osttruppen are coming in Veterancy 2. And if they come in Veterancy 2, you can give them an extra man. So the Osttruppen now are 6-man squads. Which can be a very big deal in the long run, I think.
Our infantry can now rush into the enemy line.
Meanwhile, look at the baby tiger. This is basically a Panzer II that's been severely up-armored. 800 armor on a Panzer II, that's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, this is a pretty powerful little anti-infantry tank with a high amount of armor. Very good for supporting you in the streets, I imagine. They're able to strafe only, I believe. German houses are still trying to fight back. Not an easy sell. Baby Tiger's gonna move up through the northern road, probably? Through those streets? You should probably get some infantry support, though. You don't want to move this thing out alone. I know it's very heavily armored, but still. More munitions being airdropped in. What's the baby tiger doing? It's been able to hold fire.
The forward structure under attack.
85 spots it though, and that one shot from the flank and it's dead. Also, we're gonna try and secure the opera hall again. An easy sell for them. That's because there's a Dushka that's suppressing them. And now they're surrounded by Bulgarians and Serbs. Uh-oh, Elephant has been immobilized. And with that, that might make it an easy target for the B-Force. Like, I can see why people are not really the most big fan of artillery fights, but I've not seen Vienna being this devastated in ages. But I think with the Elephant Ghost, this might be the end of the German defense. Or we cannot hit the 85 from that angle. Oh, that's not good. Come on, 85. Oh, I cannot see it. Because the 85 has very short side range, by the way. Most Russian tanks do. Oh, oh. Oh, he's targeting something else. My bad. Still no penetration. It is high frontal armor. Oh, good Sigungs. Good attempt with the Sigungstruppen there. They might still be... Oh, yeah, it's gone. But the elephant is down. So that's a pretty big loss right there. Then the Soviets should take advantage of, but they just don't have the troops for it. There's a lot of sappers, but... Oh, all the shock troopers can actually advance now. That's not enough to stop them. Like, what's going to stop the shock troopers from advancing at this point? Like, a few Straftroopen. That's not going to stop the shock troopers. There are still Ostruppen on the southern flank here fighting around the Opera Hall. We also have some Panzer Grenadiers.
Our brave infantry is dying.
But I think the Soviets just need to make a push at this point. They have the opportunity to, almost. They just need to push back by those few Straftroopen that are trying to hold the front line. Yeah, suppressing them. And then they just need to keep advancing. Now there is a broom bar up there, but I don't think that's a problem if they just keep pushing through.
Under attack.
Okay, well, the Ostruppen are storming into the Opera Hall, but there's mines laid.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And meanwhile, the shock troopers keep pushing upwards. And these guys... Oh, they do not have satchel charges. They do have the AT grenades, though. Which don't seem to do anything to a concrete bunker. Yeah, you need satchel charge to deal with those. Concrete bunkers are pretty damn potent. Oh, Brumba is opening fire. Bulgarians are trying to push down here, but there's a pillbox stopping them. Another 85 arriving. 76 here for the other Soviets. About the Ladung to demobilize it. So, oh, no immobilization, just the days. Another elephant coming onto the field. Ammo rack on the T-3476.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
Oh, anti-tank bombs hitting the stupa and almost destroying it.
We have a forward structure under attack.
And the Sigmundstruppen cannot repair vehicles, I'm pretty sure. These guys can only repair buildings. Another Soviet airstrike coming in.
Listen up, men.
Yeah, I think that might be that stupa right coming up. Yeah, this place just got completely destroyed and wrecked. And the Soviets just need to push, and they do seem to be attempting it. Our 85 is pushing up here with some conscripts. There's a Beutepanzer present. Needs to be cautious though of the 85. Oh, Straftroopen coming through here. Now, Straftroopen don't have any AT weapons, so they're gonna try and burn the engine. Doctor was coming out though. Straftroopen coming out of the main building, or main entrance of the palace. Beutepanzer down. Vietnam pushing forward. But I think we might be at the final strokes now. So it's pushing across the center of the park here. Throwing satchel charges. Hey, Brave Sap is flaming it. Satchel charge going in on it.
Entry has been killed.
Oh.
Before retreat.
Oh. We were just enough to not be hit. And all the Soviet howitzers are landing with shells again.
One of our forward buildings.
I think the German defense is about to collapse. The Bulgarians and the Soviet sappers keep pushing up.
Our territory.
The shock troopers need to push too, I think. Another pillbox down.
Has been lost.
Osthopen are trying to hold them, but they're retreating. Oh, the shells are just landing.
We have been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
The park is firmly in Soviet hands now, though. And Germans are just losing more and more units at this point.
We have lost the squad.
And at this point, the Germans surrender by the looks of it. Makes a lot of sense. A very hard-fought battle. A dance and opera of artillery shells. I hope you all enjoyed. Bye-bye.